Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all good and welcome to Current Affairs in Flux. Let's begin today's daily current affairs. November 2nd, we observe International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. And this day is observed every year on 2nd of November by the United Nations. And this day draws attention to the low global conviction rate for violent crimes against journalists and the media workers. Next one. Rajiv Anand appointed as the Deputy Managing Director of Axis Bank. Yet the Axis Bank board has decided to appoint the Rajiv Bank as the Deputy Managing Director of the bank. Now he was he's serving as the Executive Director of the Wholesale Banking. And this and here the CEO of Axis Bank is Amitabh Chaudhary, and the tagline of the Axis Bank is Badhti Kam Naam Zindagi, which is headquartered at Mumbai. And here Rajiv Anand has more than 30 years of experience in the financial services across India and the MNC banks. And Axis Bank is the third largest private sector bank in India. Next one. IRCTC and Truecaller partnered to reduce fraud in the railways. Here, the full form of IRCTC is Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited. Here, the IRCTC had partnered with the Truecaller India to provide passengers with great trust in the communications. And this partnership will reduce the frauds in the railways. By this partnership, the railway helpline number 139, that is 139, has been verified by the Truecaller business, and it will show in the green color, so it is as a verified number. And this partnership also assures the Truecaller will make the critical communications such as booking details and the PNR status delivered only by the IRCTC only. Next one. Kotak Mahindra Bank partnered with NPCI to launch RuPay credit cards called Veer. Here, the Kotak Mahindra Bank and the NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India, has partnered to launch a RuPay credit cards, which is called as Veer. And these special credit cards is for Indian Armed Forces, that is Army, Navy, and the Air Force personals. And on the celebration of the 75th Independence Day of India, this credit card has introduced by the Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited. And here the MD and CEO of Kotak Mahindra Bank is Uday Kotak, and the tagline is "Let's make money simple." Whereas it is headquartered at Mumbai, and it is founded in the year 2003. Here the full form of NPCI is National Payments Corporation of India, and the MD and CEO of NPCI is Dilip Asbe. Next one. ADB to provide $100 million loan for agribusiness development in Maharashtra. Here the ADB, that is Asian Development Bank, has sanctioned a loan of 100 million loan for the agribusiness development in the Maharashtra. And this loan will boost the farmers' incomes and reduce their food losses in the Maharashtra state. Whereas recently we have also seen that this ADB, Asian Development Bank, has also approved $250 million a loan to support National Industries Corridor Development Program. Yet the governor of Maharashtra is Bhagat Singh Koshari, and the chief minister is Uddhav Thackeray. Whereas the full form of ADB is Asian Development Bank, and the president is Masatsuko Asakawa. Here the headquarters of ADB is at Manila, Philippines. It is founded in the year 1966. Next one. Here the Solicitor General of India, Tushar Mehta, to chair the 19th SEO prosecutors meeting, which is hosted by India. The 19th SEO prosecutors meeting is hosted by India, and Tushar Mehta, who is the Solicitor General of India, will be chair this 19th SEO meeting. Yeah, the full form of SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is a 3-day meeting of the prosecutor generals of the member states, which is hosted by India, and it is the 19th edition of the SCO prosecutors meeting. And the main agenda of this meeting is to combating the menace of trafficking of persons, especially in women and children. Whereas headquarters of SCO is at Shanghai, Beijing, China, which is founded in the year 2001. Here we can see the member countries of the SCO. They are total 8 member countries of this SCO. They are China, India, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Pakistan. If we take out this from these 8 members, if we take out two countries from the list, we can find the member founder countries of this SCO. If we take out India and Pakistan, remaining 6 are the founder countries of this SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Next one, the 16th meeting of G20 was held in Rome, Italy on October 30th and 31st of 2021. Yeah, this is the 16th edition of the G20 meeting, that is Group of 20. G20 means Group of 20 summit, which was held in Rome, Italy. The meeting was held under the chairmanship of Mario Draghi, who is the Prime Minister of Italy. And the motto of this G20 meeting is People, Planet, and Prosperity. And the main agenda of this meeting is climate change, economic recovery, and the pandemic, and the global minimum corporate tax rate. Next one, India will reach net zero emissions by 2070. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who in the COP26 annual UN climate change conference has told that India will reach net zero emission by 2070, that is 2070, and by this the India will join the countries like US, UK, and the China. Whereas the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also said that the energy target of the countries were increased to the 500 gigawatts by 2030. That is renewable energy target. Previously, it is said that India is going to be achieved 450 gigawatt by 2030, but Prime Minister has increased the target to 500 gigawatt by 2030. And if we see the other countries about the net zero target of the carbon emissions, the China has told it would be it would reach the net zero carbon emission by 2060, and the US and the European Union has aimed to reach the net zero carbon emission by the year 2050. Next one, here if you see this COP26, that is COP full form means Conference of the Parties. This is 26 has held in the Glasgow in Scotland. Next one, plastic pollution in aquatic systems may triple by 2040, says UNEP. Here a report from UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, has told that plastic pollution in the oceans has been estimated to be it may be tripled by the year 2040, and this UNEP has said that it is to be estimated to be around 75 to 199 million tons are at present in the ocean, and it also told that it could be more than double by the year 2030. Here the full form of UNEP is United Nations Environment Program, which is headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya, and it is founded in the year 1972. Next one, wax named as a Oxford English Dictionary's word of the year 2021. Here the wax is a word which is named as the Oxford English Dictionary's word of the year 2021. Where it is waxed is derived from the Latin word vacca, which means cow, and this word is used as a short form for vaccines, vaccines, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, these words has been used many in the year 2021, because of this COVID-19 pandemic. And these terms are also, these vax word is also included terms like vaxxed, unvaxxed, and the anti-vaxxer. Next one. Azim Premji topped the Edelweiss Hurun India Philanthropist List 2021. Here, this Edelweiss Hurun India Philanthropist List 2021 is jointly released by Hurun India and the Edelweiss. And in this list, Azim Premji, who is the founder of the Wipro, has topped this list for the year 2021 with the donation of 9,713 crore for the year fiscal year 2020 and 2021. Here, if you see the top five names, the first position, the first position who acquired in this list is Azim Premji, who is the chairman of Wipro, and second position is Shiv Nadar, who is chairman of HCL, and the third position is Mukesh Ambani, who is the chairman of Reliance Industries, whereas the fourth position acquired by Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is the chairperson of Aditya Birla Group, and fifth position is acquired by Nandan Nilekani, who is the chairman of Infosys. These five persons has acquired the top five positions in the Edelweiss Hurun India Philanthropist List 2021. Next one. Kerala topped in governance performance in the 6th edition of Public Affairs Index 2021, that is PAI 2021. This is the 6th edition of the Public Affairs Index 2021, which is the report by the Public Affairs Center. And in this index, Kerala topped in the governance performance, whereas if you see the second and third position, Tamil Nadu and Telangana are in the second and third position in the large states. If you see in the small state, in the Kerala topped in the large state. If you see in the small state, Sikkim topped in the small states, and Puducherry topped in the United Territories. Next one. Australian cricketer and all-rounder Alan Davidson passes away at 92. Here, he is a bowling all-rounder who made his Test debut against England in the year 1953, and he represented Australia 44 times in the longest format. And he is also a he is a left-arm pacer, where he was died recently at the age of 92. Next one. Kannada superstar Punit Rajkumar passes away. Here, this Kannada superstar Punit Rajkumar has passed away due to the fatal cardiac arrest, and he was the son of the legendary actor Rajkumar. And Punit Rajkumar is also a singer, and he was admired for his dance skills. After his death, his parents were donated his eyes to the four people, where the inner layer of his two eyes were given to the two persons who are suffering from the inner layer, and the outer layer of his eyes has given to the two persons of the people who are suffering from the outer layer of their eyes. So this is how his two eyes has donated to the four people. Next one. That's all for today. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and stay strong.